Have you ever wondered what is this term called discrete mathematics? Well, what I know, math is just about calculation, probability, algebra, geometry and so on. So, why we are calling a kind of math as a discrete math? The discrete mathematics is a math containing objects that are discrete, individual, separate, distinguishable, implying discontinuous or not continuous. What is meaning of that? Means if you are having something which is countable, for example, if I am saying that this is a tree and I will give you task to count the number of apples present on this tree. So you will surely get the number and all of you will have the result as the number of apples on this tree are 15. Okay, but what if I will tell you the task to count the number of water present in this sea? So you can't count the number of water present in sea because water can be measured in the liters and you can't count the unlimited sea. So this is unlimited or this is uncountable entity. So this thing is called as a continuous and this thing is called as a discrete. Means each and every individual object is separate from every other object. So that's why we are learning this discrete mathematics. So discrete mathematics is math in which you are having every entities are discrete and individual, they are unique. There is separation from one entity into other. Examples of discrete mathematics can be integers, because when we talk about the integer, numbers can be separable, but if we say that to count the number of elements or number present, number between 0 to 1, so you can't be able to count how many exactly numbers are present from 0 to 1. They are countless. So this can be called as a continuous mathematics and this thing is a discrete mathematics. So the numbers can be countable in discrete mathematics and in continuous mathematics number are not countable. So you can't count how many exactly elements are present on this line. That is continuous. In computer engineering, you are having information is stored and manipulated by computers in a discrete fashion. Discrete means in the fashion of zeros and one only. To perform some calculation on that, we will need some kind of mathematics apart from integration, derivation. So for that thing, we are learning discrete mathematics. Again, for mapping some real life entities, for mapping some real life example, what I know from your schoolhood is that math is just for algebra, counting shapes, measuring shapes. So but if I tell you to count the number of kilometers present from Pune to Delhi, you will not be able to find. First you will have to represent that thing into your picture way, and then you can be able to find that how many kilometers are present from Pune to Delhi. So for mapping these real life examples which cannot be solved by continuous mathematics, we need this discrete mathematics. So we first of all map this real life example. We try to represent this real life examples in mathematical form. For that we use this discrete mathematics. Again, different applications of discrete mathematics are we developing mathematical reasoning skill. For developing there are many application areas in which discrete mathematics is used in the area of discrete data structure, in the area of database, communications, in the area of coding theory and so on. Discrete mathematics is a gateway to more advanced courses and it also emphasizes new role of mathematics. That's why we are learning this discrete mathematics. So let's get started with what is exactly we have in this discrete mathematics course. So there are in total 6 units: set theory, relation and function, counting principles, graph theory, trees and algebraic structure, coding or theory. In the first unit, set theory, we will learn what is exactly set, how to represent set and what are different operations of set. Then what is proposition and some mathematical induction on that proposition, and the case theory for scientists who invented set theory, that is George Cantor and others, Aristotle and Richard Dedekind. Why we are learning this set theory? Because first of all, to map real life entities, we will we will have some common platform in which we can represent real life examples in mathematical way. For that we are learning this set theory. The next unit is relation and function. Now this relation and function consists of, in this unit you will be having introduction to relation, what are different types of relation. Again, based on that you are having different introduction to Hasse diagram, lattice chain, Warshall algorithm. Now this topic is very important. This is very useful in your GATE exams. And other part is introduction to functions. Relation and function, they are kind of similar thing, but what is exactly difference between them, in this unit we are going to learn. And the most important thing is the pigeonhole principle. Now this pigeonhole principle is applicable in many different aptitude tests, in different GATE exam, in different competitive exams, and so many exams. We are learning this relation and function because in different computer engineering streams we are having use of relation and function. In DBMS we uses relation. In different subjects we also uses this relation and function. That's why we are learning this relation and function. The next part is counting principle, and in counting principle we will totally learn about permutation, combination, whatever things you learned till your childhood, that will be conducted in your counting principles. So you will be having binomial coefficient, permutation, combination, counting basics, rule of sum and product, and case study based on Sudoku solving algorithm and handshake puzzle. The fourth unit is based on the graph theory. In that, first we will learn what is graph, what are different types of graphs, how to represent graph. Then we will learn what are the real life application of graph, why we are learning this graph, and where in the real life example we can apply this graph theory. So for that we will be learning Dijkstra's algorithm, single source shortest path, then handshaking lemma for that, connectivity, Euler and Hamiltonian path theory. Again, another application related to graph theory is graph coloring. If you are having a map, how you will color that map. Then different applications are also present related to graph theory. Only we will learn some of the few applications, that is graph theory, and the case study based on recent application where graph theory is used, that is web graph, Google Map, tree utility problem. Unit, that is a tree. Now why we are learning this tree? Because tree is a special kind of graph in which there is no loop is present. Now here we will learn basics of tree, what a tree traverser, binary search tree. Now this is used in the data structure part, your data structure. Then prefix codes and Huffman coding, this is a part of communication theory or computer networks. Here you will be learning about coding theory, prefix code and Huffman code. Then application of trees, real life application of trees are finding minimum spanning tree, finding the cost of minimum spanning tree. So the algorithms used for that is Prim's and Kruskal algorithm and Max-Flow-Minkowitz theorem. Now this is used for the transport network problem, solving transport network problem, and some of the case study that are tic-tac-toe game, algebraic expression tree. Last unit we will going to learn, that is algebraic structure and coding theory. Now one single problem can be mapped into the mathematical way by using all the previous 5 units. But what if our problem is very large, problem domain is very large, very big? So in that case, first of all we try to represent that in a very shorter form, and for representation of that problem in mathematical way in a shorter form we use algebraic structure. So in the algebraic structures we are having different types of algebraic systems. These are rings, polynomial, semi-group, monoid, integral domain and field. So this consists of algebraic systems. Then application of algebraic system in the coding theory, that is polynomial ring and polynomial codes. Then one of other application, that is Galois theory. What is the theory we used for that particular thing, that is field theory and group theory, and case study based on coding theory and algebraic system, that is cryptography used in World War II. This is about discrete mathematics.